What's up, YouTube? My name is Jason, and this is my take. And I'm back with another review, and today we're going to be talking about the new Snoop Dogg album, Back on Death Row. Uncle Snoop, he's back with a new album. And first and foremost, I want to give a big congratulations to Snoop Dogg. He announced recently that he officially owns Death Row Records, and considering his history and all that he's done on that label, that's big. Like, that's really great to hear. When we talk about the legendary things that he's done on this label, the biggest thing I can think of is 1993's Doggy Style, which is considered one of the greatest rap albums for a reason. Now, look, Snoop Dogg really needs no introduction. Honestly, at this point, the man drops so much music, I can't even keep up. And I'm surely not going into all of his discography, but I do think that the albums Bush and Never Left were the last two albums that I listened to from him, which were cool projects, nothing crazy. But it continues to see Snoop with that super smooth flow over typical West Coast production, which is honestly what I was expecting going into this new album over here. Just Snoop doing what he does. I'm curious to see what the production was on this, as Snoop is in a dream that he's back on Death Row Records. And I'll say that this was an okay project. This was cool. Honestly, 18 tracks was too much for this thing. There was some filler on here, but besides that, there's some pretty memorable tracks on this album. So let's dive into some highlights. The first being the song Coming Back. Like, this honestly felt like such a classic West Coast track. Also, the singing that was on the hook, it really gave me like Roger, Troutman, and Zapp vibes, which was pretty nostalgic and really cool to hear. The song Sandwichback had my head nodding the entire time. And Snoop was rapping just so smooth over this instrumental. Like, he had so much room on this track to just let it all out. And the progressions and just like the introduction of different instruments were perfect, especially when that organ came in on this track. The song Conflicted that features Nas is one of the 4 tracks that Hit Boy produces on this album. And I really enjoyed Nas's contribution on the hook of this track and how him and Snoop went back and forth on that. But man, I wish he had a verse, I can't lie. Especially the run that Nas has been on as of late. Honestly, this song kind of feels like something you would hear like in a movie that takes place in LA, when they have like that scene or like that transition into a scene where they're riding down a street and you see the palm trees just right over. Like, it really gave me that vibe. I wanted to briefly mention the song Crip Ya Enthusiasm. This song was cool, nothing crazy, but I love the fact that the popular Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song was sampled to make a rap track. Like, I thought that was really clever. And that song stuck in my head despite it not being one of my favorites. Gotta keep pushing, see Snoop rapping over the Blackberry Molasses beat, which was pretty cool. We get a really solid performance from T.I. on the second verse and a great vocal performance from Sleepy Brown. Once again, Hit Boy comes through on the production with the song House I Built, and Hit Boy can do no wrong at this point. Like it's pretty clear. And this track just sees Snoop reflecting on where he came from and just getting to this legendary status that he finds himself in. The song Outside the Box featuring Nate Dogg was amazing. It's songs like this, and I remember Anderson .Paak did a song a few years ago with the posthumous Nate Dogg verse. But it's just songs like this that made me miss Nate Dogg so much. Like, it felt like he was still here with this track. And with that addition of Nate Dogg, you know how West Coast this track felt. And it's why it's easily one of the best songs on the album. My favorite track on this album might be the song We Don't Gotta Worry No More that features Wiz Khalifa. And first and foremost, when I saw that this was a Snoop track that features Wiz Khalifa, I thought that this would be a different type of track, but it was very smooth. I love the vocal sample on this track, and Wiz Khalifa doesn't have a verse or anything. He's just more in the background when Snoop is singing on the hook. But this was not what I was expecting out of a song with these two on it, but it was amazing to me. Like I said, the instrumental was just perfect. Like, it's still stuck in my head, those like chipmunky vocals. Now look, there are 18 tracks on this song, and those were some of my bigger highlights, but the other ones were pretty cool tracks that were okay, didn't really do too much, and some it's just like, it could have done without, honestly, but not bad tracks. When it comes to tracks that I didn't really enjoy, I'll start with the song Daddy, because I truly don't know why this song is on this album. And listen, the production was cool. Like, it was cool, but I don't need to hear Snoop Dogg, who's like probably in his 50s or 60s, talking about wanting to be called daddy. Like, I really don't need to hear that. The song Pop Pop that features DaBaby felt just so out of place on here. DaBaby didn't fit on this song at all as well, but I can't lie, it is pretty cool to see Snoop teaming up with younger artists like DaBaby. Another track is the song Catch a Vibe featuring HeyDeon. Like this, it was just so boring, and just already seeing that this is an 18-track project, I had a feeling that songs like this would come about in the track list. Just underwhelming, and just didn't need to be here. But listen, this was a cool project by Snoop Dogg. Like he dropped so many albums, honestly, that for him to still drop a cool project like this, it just speaks to the great rapper that he is and why he'll go down as one of the greats. Memorable tracks, but also some filler, and sometimes Snoop's rapping is a little off. Like he is aging, but overall, this is pretty cool. Some tracks that I'll definitely return to. Some tracks that I wish I didn't hear, but Snoop, big congrats once again on owning Death Row Records. I think that's really big. That's really cool. And hey, we'll probably get way more albums in the future from Snoop Dogg, as we've already seen before. So I'm gonna give this album a 6 out of 10. What did you guys think of this new Snoop Dogg album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or your favorite tracks? Let's have a discussion down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Got a Mary J. Blige review coming for you guys tomorrow. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jason. This has been my take, and I'll see you next time.